Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Natalie and in today's class I will be teaching you how to do Sun Salutation A. Sun Salutation comes from the Sanskrit word Surya Namaskar, where Surya means sun and Namaskar comes from Namaste, means greetings or salute. Therefore, Surya Namaskar means salute to the sun or Sun Salutations. It's a traditional sequence practiced at the very beginning of the yoga class. However, depending on the style of yoga you're taking and the teacher, it might be a bit modified. However, I think it is very important to know how to do Sun Salutation and how to do it properly. So in this class, I will be showing you how to do the traditional Surya Namaskar A, and I will also show you the modifications because nobody comes to the mat with the perfect flexibility and the body strength. We build it up and modifications help us get there. So let's find ourselves at the top of the mat. And actually for this demonstration, I would prefer if you could remain seated. I will show you how to do the traditional Surya Namaskar A, and then we will do it together. And then we will do the modifications together as well. So watch me do it first. For Sun Salutation, we find ourselves at the top of our mat, big toes are touching, hands are by our sides, we're in Tadasana mountain pose. Our legs are engaged, our belly is engaged, our shoulders are up and back. Gaze is forward and our chin is parallel to the ground. On the inhale, we sweep our hands up and high above our head, palms touch, we look up. On the exhale, we bend our knees and we forward fold, relaxing the chest towards the ground. Inhale into flat back. And we exhale, plant the hands by our sides into plank pose. Now, this is all one exhale. We exhale into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale into downward facing dog. Traditionally, we stay in downward facing dog for about 5 breaths. So on your last inhale, you go on the tippy toes of your feet, you gaze forward between your thumbs, you bend your knees, and you exhale, you hop to the top of the mat. Inhale into flat back, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands raised up above your head, palms touch, you look up. Exhale, hands in prayer by the middle of your chest, and you find yourself in Tadasana mountain pose. So this is the traditional way of doing Surya Namaskar A. So now let's try to do it together. So let's find ourselves at the top of our mat. Big toes are touching, hands are by our sides, palms looking forward. We're hugging muscle to bone. We're really engaging. We're engaging our legs, we're engaging our belly, we're sucking it towards our spine. Our shoulders are up and back, our chest is open. The gaze is forward. On the inhale, sweep the arms up and high above your head, palms touch, you look up. Exhale, bend your knees, and from the hip, forward fold. The belly is sucked in all the time. You forward fold all the way to the ground, relaxing the chest onto your knees. Inhale, straighten your knees, hands go on top of your shins, gaze is forward. This is flat back, the belly is engaged. Exhale, plant the hands by the sides of your feet, and find yourself in plank pose. Here, move your shoulders a bit further than your wrists. Engage the belly. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, flip your toes, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. And let's stay here for a couple of breaths. On the next inhale, go on the tippy toes of your feet. Look between your thumbs, bend your knees, and hop between your hands to the top of the mat. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms high above your head, palms touch, gaze is up. Exhale, hands by the middle of your chest. And find yourself in Tadasana, mountain pose. Just how we started. I'm already sweating. So here we did the traditional Surya Namaskar together. So now let's see, where do the modifications come in? So watch me first. So we're in Tadasana, the top of our mat. We inhale, hands up high above the head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plank. And this is where the modifications are. So here in plank, you will drop your knees to the ground. You will untuck your toes. You will shift forward so your shoulders go a bit past in your wrists. You bend your elbows and you press yourself all the way down towards the mat. From here, take your hands by your lower ribs, magnetize your elbows into one another, press the tops of your feet towards the ground, engage your kneecaps, lift them off the floor, engage your belly, and on the inhale, lift your chest up into cobra. Exhale, drop your forehead and chest towards the ground. And from here, as you're engaging your belly, press yourself into tabletop. Tuck your toes and exhale into downward facing dog. From downward dog, go on the tippy toes of your feet, gaze between your hands. Exhale, hop between your hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up and high above your head. Look up. Exhale, hands by the middle of your chest. And Tadasana. So one point I want to really stress out that is important. It's that in yoga, our inhale and our exhale is as long as the movement itself. So sweeping your arms high above your head is one inhale. Forward fold is one exhale. So when you are going into Chaturanga Dandasana or into plank knees and then you lower down all the way to the floor, that is entire one exhale. It's not that you forward fold, exhale, plank, inhale, lower down. No. Forward fold, plank, chaturanga. That's one entire exhale. Then you inhale, upward facing dog, and you exhale into downward facing dog. The best way to think about it is this. We always inhale on expansion when we're moving away from the ground. And we always exhale on contraction, like think contracting your abs, or when we're moving closer to the ground. So inhale is open up your chest, move away from the ground, and exhale is contract, move closer to the ground. So let's practice Surya Namaskar A with modifications now together. Okay, so we're at the top of our mat. Big toes are touching, hands are by our sides. We're pressing muscle to bone, everything is engaged. Gaze is forward. Inhale, your arms high above your head, palms touch. Exhale, bend your knees, forward fold from your hip down. Relax your chest towards the ground. Inhale, straighten your knees, hands go on your shins, flat back, gaze is forward. Exhale, plant your hands, plank, lower your knees, untuck your toes, shoulders move further than the wrists, move towards the ground. Inhale, cobra, magnetize your shoulder blades into one another. Exhale, lower your forehead and chest onto the ground. Inhale, tuck your toes, find yourself in tabletop, and exhale, downward facing dog. Let's stay here for a couple of breaths. On your next inhale, go on the tippy toes of your feet. Look between your hands. Exhale, bend your knees and hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms high above your head. Palms touch, gaze is up. Exhale, hands by the middle of your chest in prayer. And find yourself in Tadasana, mountain pose. So this was the Surya Namaskar A. We did the traditional way with Chaturanga Dandasana, and we did the modifications where we're dropping our heels onto the ground and pressing our chest and chin all the way to the floor. So this is it. I suggest you practice this. This is a very important sequence. It's traditionally practiced at the very beginning before you even start going into your flow. So thank you for coming to my channel and doing this lesson together with me. I'll see you in my next videos. Namaste.